Good morning, YouTube. It is Wednesday, November 4th. Is it actually the 4th? Yes, Wednesday, November 4th. Yesterday, I had a half day of work. Sorry, they're trimming the hedges. Actually, really liked it when the hedges were really full and lush, and now I guess they're trimming. They belong to the property on the other side of the fence. They are not our trees, they're someone else's trees. Yesterday was election day in the US. I worked in the morning and then we all had the afternoon off. I'm Canadian and I'm here on a green card in the US, so I'm not eligible to vote, but I did try to encourage people I know via my social media. If you follow me on my Instagram at MoreJoeyT, please follow me on Instagram. I did post stories every now and then just to encourage people to vote. So I've never followed anything. Oh, I have followed stuff with this level of OCD-ness, but it's been a very long time since I followed anything anywhere with such levels of OCD as I have been with the elections and how different states are shaking out, how different counties are reporting in, how the votes are being tabulated, when the votes are being tabulated, how much of the vote is being left, percentages, all sorts of numbers. So it's kind of sort of geeky fun for me in a way. I just find a little bit of joy is that engineering geeky side of me, just kind of running through numbers and different scenarios and doing different types of simulations. It is now morning of the day after, and we're not gonna get the results anytime soon. I was talking to some friends in Australia, and the way the US does elections pretty much very different from most of the rest of the world. So they're from Australia and their system is very different. So it was funny that me as a Canadian, I actually don't know very much about how the Canadian voting system works. I'm almost ashamed to say, but me as Canadian was explaining to these Australians how the US system works, which I thought was kind of funny. Maybe Americans should be doing this. Anyways, there is no clear winner. There is no clear winner of who is going to be next president of these United States. There's also races for the House, which it was pretty clear Democrats were gonna keep the majority. And then the Senate is literally a toss-up. I think they have it at like 46 to 46. It's basically deadlocked right now. They're waiting for more results to come in. A lot of people voted by mail, absentee ballots this year. I think the numbers that they said was like it probably broke records for both overall voter turnout and for the amount of mail-in ballots. And it takes longer to count those mail-in ballots. So that's why we don't know who is president yet. I feel like a lot of people have been looking forward, maybe not necessarily in a positive way. There was a lot of anxiety that I felt, both myself and kind of from other people yesterday on social media, for example. I think a lot of people are just ready to get this over with. It's like, just figure out who the next person is and let me get on with my life. All right, I'm about to go to a dentist appointment. I'm overdue to have a checkup and a cleaning. I should have went in June, July. Oops, it's November now. I just worked out, but I forgot to log it. Sorry. You have to trust me. I did squats. I did heavy on squats today, and I did bent over row. It's only 2 exercises, I know, but I'm easing back in. I took a quick rinse after I worked out and I thought, oh, I'll do my hair, and I'm not sure this looks better than if I just didn't do anything. Just going to the dentist is not a big problem. Just got back from the dentist. The cleaning, everything went fine. I was expecting it to maybe hurt a little bit. It's been so long since I've had my teeth cleaned. It's been maybe like 9 or 10 months. And I usually use a water pick, a water flosser. And when I use real floss, I've been noticing that I would get a little bit of bleeding on the gums, which means they're starting to get inflamed, but it didn't hurt at all. That's actually the good news. The bad news is I've always had some recession of the gums where the gums are starting to pull away from the teeth. And it's something that like pretty much every dentist, every time I've gone to any dentist, over the years in like different places in different cities, they've all mentioned it. And I had like a thing, it was like a couple years ago, 3 years ago, in LA at a different dentist. where they kind of sort of like patched it up with ceramics or whatever. Now this dentist says there's a procedure called grafting where they take some of the gum tissue from the roof of my mouth and they actually place it over where the gums are receding, and I've got 6 of my teeth where it is doing that. They could basically put new gum there over where it had receded so that it's normal again. But it's gonna be $4,800 to do all 6. And they wanna split it, so to do 3 now and then 3 later. But that's still $2,400. And we're not sure if insurance is gonna cover it. So I was going to maybe do some Invisalign next year, but I've also had dentists tell me like, oh, it's not a big deal, but it'd be nice if you align the teeth a little bit. Was thinking maybe I wanna get my teeth whitened a little bit. So instead of doing that stuff, the gum recession is important to fix. I wish some other dentists had like suggested this. I know it's like a newer thing to do, this grafting thing now. So instead of maybe spending some money on Invisaligns or teeth whitening, which is not gonna cost $4,800, I'm gonna spend $4,800 to do this thing. You know, if the money is like fine, if it's a medical thing, I can, you know, whatever. I can make my peace with the dollar figure. It's more that they need to obviously numb and do like local anesthetic, whatever it's called. They do that usually by sticking sharp needles into your gums, and your gum tissue is already very thin and the nerves are right there. I've had it done before, because I've had like some minor dental surgery before, like when I had my wisdom teeth taken out, they did that. Needles in the gums hurt. Have you ever had needles into your gums? Your gums are very, very thin, a lot of nerves there. It just hurts. So they're like, oh, you should recommend you split it, do 3 first, and then you come back and do 3 later. I'm like, no, can you just do all 6 at the same time? I don't want twice the amount of needles over 2 visits in my mouth. You all need to just do this all at once. I don't care if it takes me twice as long to recover. I'll drink shakes and smoothies for 2 weeks if it means half the number of needles going into my gums. More art is starting to arrive. This one I'm really, really excited for. I am a little bit of an aviation geek. You know, I love flying, I love air travel. And there's this company, this website, it's called 08 Left. And I ordered a bunch of stuff. A lot of it's gonna go into the living room, and that's gonna take me a little bit of time to get all that together. But one of the smaller pieces I ordered from them are these tiny little metal plates. So all the airports in the world, they have a 3-letter code. Like San Francisco, the airport code is SFO, and Los Angeles is LAX. And for COVID, this company came up with the idea of making these 3-letter codes, but for different areas of your house, right? So the master bedroom is MBR, and they also let you customize some of the print. So the area code for Los Angeles here, and then I put the zip code for where I am in West Hollywood down here, and we also put established 2020. That's pretty cool. It's kind of sort of like these little plaques you have when you go to like a commercial or office building. You have like a little sign outside each room that tells you what that room is for. So I thought, oh, it would be neat to like get these for the various areas of the house. So this is the very first one I'm putting up for the master bedroom. All right, YouTube, we're gonna settle in for the night a little bit. It's 8:30. I am making drumsticks, which is the same way I do the chicken thighs, which means I don't marinate it because I'm lazy. Little honey drizzled on top, little garlic powder drizzled on top into the toaster oven. Well, at least they taste good to me. I'm following the election like a hawk, literally. Again, I'm just kind of sort of geeking out on different scenarios and how the votes are coming in and the numbers. But I don't think we're gonna get a winner today. It might be a couple more days. I don't want to inundate you guys with all the politics and everything, but it is something that is taking up a lot of my attention right now. Earlier, you saw me put together a tiny little bench stool thing. It's actually quite small, and it's to put beside my toilet in my bathroom so that I have a place to put my Sonos speaker, and then also a place to like we all are on our phones on the toilet these days. You know, before we had phones like 15 years ago, we would have magazines and stuff, or like you would have some sort of reading material. Nowadays, you know, you just bring your phone in there with you. And when it's toilet paper time, you need to put your phone down. And you know, it's nice to have like a little table bench thing beside the toilet to put your phone. Can you guys relate? Just let me know, like, is this a weird thing? I'm not the only person that uses my phone when I'm sitting on the toilet. Like, I'm sure most of you guys do that. When it's toilet paper time, you gotta put your phone somewhere, right? You know, I want a place to put my phone down. Okay, the fact that we're talking about this, I think means that we just need to wrap up the vlog today. Until next time, bye YouTube.